You know, with the new normal, now that COVID-19 is around us, I have many people ask, Wally, can I still buy a home? Yes, you can. Can I still get my home sold? Yes, you can. The challenge is you've got to be in the hands of a real estate professional that understands the restrictions, understands the challenges, and understands the technologies to get you safely and comfortably through the real estate transactions. I've got Kira Sikes here with us today to share how she and her team are getting the job done for you, the real estate customer. Kira, welcome to the program.
Hey, Wally. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Always happy to sit with you. Kira, from a buyer perspective, what's different now? What's different and how are you making that comfortable and safe for them to choose houses without stomping through 50 houses on a weekend? What are we doing to make it safe and easy?
That's a really good question. In this world that we live in right now, it's really about preference. Some buyers that we're working with are still open to go out and venture out and look at homes, even though our inventory is still low 2 years consecutively now. But then there are the buyers who refuse. They're staying indoors. So on that note, we have several options. Again, we do virtual tours, which is something we also do for our sellers, obviously, to help market the properties, but not just simply going to the property and, let's just say, taking a video with your phone. Our company actually utilizes in-house something called Matterport. And
Wonderful.
by utilizing utilizing Matterport, you walk through the property and it creates an actual virtual tour where they can physically walk through the home inch by inch, step by step, the entire layout of the property, as if they're, in the home themselves. So that's something that we've been able to utilize.
Okay, I know for years you've advocated to your buyers, it is important to be pre-qualified. Know that the money is in place. That helps the seller take it seriously. It gets the transaction smoother. My thought is now more than ever, it's critical that you're working with those buyers to get them pre-qualified so the money is ready to go.
Absolutely. It has never been more important. Obviously, the last thing that we want to do is to be viewed as, oh man, I just crushed somebody's dreams because they thought they were qualified, but they weren't. Especially now with the mass job loss, they're checking unemployment up until the day of closing. So it's super, super important not only to put them with an appropriate lender, which we do have some in-house lenders that we work closely with side by side. If I need answers, I know where he lives. Just to communicate, that open communication. That way, if anything is happening, anything goes wrong, we're able to sit down with our buyers and really map out a plan. If they can't close now, map out a future plan for them. We're all about not just making a deal now. We're all about their future.
Kira, I've talked to sellers, had them call my office and ask us, do we know real estate agents who can do a virtual listing presentation? That is, they're interviewing. They want to talk to two or three, which is natural. We wish they only chose one. I know that would be your preference and every agent's preference. But sometimes they want to get that feel virtually. What are you and the rest of your team doing to give people almost that in-person feel for what it's like to work with your team, yet maintain that physical distance? How are you doing that?
That's also a really good question. Red Zone Realty Group has always been, since I've been with them, a look forward technological company. So they're always trying to stay ahead of the game. And fortunately, because of their mindset and always looking ahead, we actually have something called Zoom Room. Not to mention the ability to do something just like you and I are doing right now, face to face through a web conference. But Zoom Room obviously allows people or our agents to utilize it with video cameras, slideshows to communicate back and forth directly with our sellers. Obviously answering any questions they may have. So we've really utilized that a lot lately. We're actually even offering to the community as a community outreach, those who don't have the ability to utilize the web conferencing and the microphones and things like that in their home. We're offering that as a community outreach to businesses who may need that right now. So that's a freebie for you. But also, I was just able to host my first ever virtual live open house through Facebook Live, which was very interesting, by the way. But we accomplished it.
That's happy. I'm happy to hear that. You know, it sounds like you at Red Zone have performed a lot like we have at HomePro Inspections. People have asked me, well, what changes have you needed to make? I'm like, almost none. You know, we've been, everything we do has lived in the cloud for a half a dozen years. Our entire staff has been working from home for 4 weeks now. Haven't missed a beat. Everything, really, we spent 25 years in preparation, much like you've spent the last half a dozen years in preparation for this shift. And now it's here, and we're performing and doing great work together. I appreciate that. I want to thank Kira for sharing the time with us. You can buy a house today. You can get your house on the market today. You can do it safely and in the hands of a talented agent with technology. It can be a seamless and wonderful experience. Have a beautiful day.